Okay, so I figured since I've been working on a bunch of stuff recently, it's time I would do an update video on everything. So I'll be getting to them junkers over there in a few minutes. There's some in the trailer over there, this tent there, in here, and in the big shed. So this is the recent purchase, is this thing here, which is, it's like 17 feet deep and 10 feet wide from Harbor Freight. It was actually, I think it was about $200 or something like that. Just as a temporary storage for a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna start at the back here, work my way up, and go from there. So this one here in the corner, it's pieced together a bunch of stuff, but it's got roller motors roller hydraulic motors right in the rims on each side, or right by the wheels, with a hydrostatic pump in the middle with a foot control hydro. Eventually here I need to fix the steering and get working on that sometime. This next one here is a 72 Suburban 15. The Briggs that's in it has no compression, so my plan is with that is to rebuild it, and then I'm pretty sure it leaks past the rings from turning it over. I'm pretty sure of that anyway. Rebuild it and eventually restore this, but I'm going to restore that as an SS15 because I already have a Suburban 15. Which basically means it gets the fatter tires in the front, which it already has, the fatter rear tires, which I have for it, and then the floorboards that swoop up. So that's going to be probably one of the next ones coming soon, in the next couple months. This one here will end up being a 71 SS14, but right now it's just a pieced together mess. It has a Predator 301 engine in it currently. It does run and drive the way it is, but it's going to be an SS14, which will get the same type of floorboards that swoop up, kind of like that, towards the back. I got my Roper 20T in here with the tiller and the dozer blade. The thing that's funny with this tiller is that it was sitting for about a year and a half with a year and a half old gas in it, about half a tank, and second pull, it was running, and it runs perfectly smooth, so that's kind of strange. So I don't even know. Try to do that again, it probably wouldn't happen. But anyway, 69 Suburban 12, which this basically needs side covers, a pulley that's missing, and an ignition coil and flywheel because of this problem. It doesn't have any of that. I did hook a battery up to it at the starter generator, and it seems like all the wiring and stuff works, so that's pretty cool. That's going to come up fairly soon. That'll be just a get running and clean up and have a nice original one. Put a original looking white fluffy seat on there. The 68 Super 12, I'm converting it to a 67 Super 12 with a white dash, since the two of them I have are blue dash ones, so I decided I should probably have a white dash, and I needed the dash and steering wheel that came on this for another project, and it just happened to be I had one of these dashes, so that's what it got, and that might be what it'll be restored as, but who knows for sure. This 18.6 got the engine that was sitting in the other one. It turns 3/4 of the way over, stops, and then it turns the other way 3/4 of the way and stops, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I hope it's just something simple, but we'll see. Basically, this is kind of the same story as the other one. Clean up, hopefully get the engine running, and have a nice original 18.6. I guess that's it for that one. Bunch of side covers and stuff for it. Kind of a different story with this 76 SS16 right here. This Onan is totally junk. Has rust on both cylinders. That's so bad that I'm not even going to bother with it. It's locked up tighter than tight. Block's full of water. I mean, I do have another parts block where it's block, valves, and pistons. But even then, if it's the rest of it's not any good, I don't even have a carburetor intake for it. So it's kind of a goner, I guess. So the plan is with the rest of the tractor, I have a 16 horse Vanguard V-twin. I'm going to stick that in here. And of course it's going to get repainted because somebody repainted it. Unfortunately, they repainted over a nice original yellow and painted it which is dumb, but it is what it is. But I was going to paint the frame itself black, then the fenders, floorboards, and hood either white or silver, and it'll be either a GT16 or like a Roper 16T. I'm going to keep with the whole 16 theme going on, but I'm going to do something else with it just because I got enough yellow ones. This ST16, I'm going to clean it up, put the transmission and stuff back in it. This engine has the same type of story as that other Onan, where it spins 3/4 of the way over, stops, and goes the other way. I took the flywheel off. I have the magnets actually fell off of it, but they were in one piece. I thought that was the problem, but without that on there, it still does it. So I have the magnets inside being glued back on the flywheel. Basically, the plan is for this one, as of right now, put it back together and to put this Suburban 10 hood and grill on it, just for now. 69 Custom 10XL with the wrong name on the hood. The plan is with this one is to put it back together, clean it up, do something different with the engine, because that one in there is a goner, but I could use it for parts or whatever, maybe even fix it, I don't know. 69 SS12 and all of its bad shapeness. I don't have any plans for that other than I needed the floorboards and steering wheel and that rubber piece on the floorboard. Otherwise, the rest of it, I don't even know what to do with. Kind of like this Murray built Sears thing. I don't have any plans for that either. It's just one of them things. I wanted it, so I bought it, and from there, I don't have any idea. So, inside this enclosed trailer, it's gonna be really hot, so I'm gonna not be in here very long. But back there is a 75 ST16, which I got recently. Just put all the 75 parts on it, so it's 100% legit on what it's supposed to be as a 75. So it has the fenders with the fuel tank cut out in them. I got my GT16, GT18 Hydrodrive, and then a GT99, and the GT18 single cylinder. My other 78 GT18 with the Onan is the only silver and black one that isn't in here, which I'll show you here in a little bit. So somebody asked me a couple days ago in another video, how many tractors do I currently have running? Well, all of them I've showed you so far, except for these right here run, which them don't. And then, let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 that don't run currently, plus one that's tore apart that'll be running tomorrow or the next day. So technically right now 10 out of 70, in case anybody's wondering. Got my 66 Suburban 12 with the big wheels on it. Got a 74 SS16 with the more deck and stuff on it. My 18.6 and stuff in here, I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm doing some work on it currently. My X475 mowing machine. So if anybody's wondering, I no longer mow with a Sears tractor. I mow with this, just because we mow between 4 and 5 acres. And it literally took forever on a Sears tractor with even a 48-inch deck. It was a half a day ordeal. And this thing here, I can just set the cruise control. I got power steering, 62-inch deck. The thing goes up to like 8.5 miles an hour. And I normally floor it when I mow, so I go full speed. Of course, foot control hydro, it's a little bit better to mow with that much acreage. So I do still use the Sears from time to time just for the fun of it, for mowing. In here, I'm going to try to be quick about things to not rush things along, but yet rush things along, because I've kind of had enough of this already. But anyway, my Blue Dash 67 Super 12 with the original Tecumseh. This thing runs so good. I drove it around a while, sat for a few days, drove it around a little bit, still runs fine. It does need a choke for the first 5 minutes until it warms up, and then you push the choke in, which is whatever, it's fine. And then the matching 67 Restored Super 12, which is kind of funny that I got one of each. And then I'll have the white dash one. And there's a Restored 68. There's a quick view of that. It's kind of dusty in here, so I left all these covers on there. the 500,000, 77 Roper 18T, Hydro 13, RT13, or RT16 actually, and then the RT13. And then it's the 18T Hydro, then it's the 16T. And then this is my 1970 Hydrotrack 12 that it's kind of a mismatch of stuff, but long story short, the whole frame on it was made by us, not original. And along with the floorboards too and the hood. But I found these hood inserts off eBay that are original for a 70. The one has a little crack at the bottom, or is it the top? I guess it's over here where it's cracked, but that's not a big deal. Got the tube to fix the front tire that goes flat over there. Otherwise, it's basically put the Mordac hangers on, paint a different hood for it, put them hood inserts on it, fix the flat tire, and that'll be done. I've got the 69 restored-ish Suburban 12 right here. And then there's the 78 GT18 with the Onan. 77 16.6 with the Onan. That runs really bad. This is the only Onan I have that's fought me. I have like 6 of them, I think, that currently run, but this one here, it ran great. And if you watch the video where I had the thing finished, it ran perfect. And the next day or day after, I went to start it up, and it hasn't been running good since. I've cleaned the carburetor 3 or 4 times. Doesn't get any better. It runs sort of okay at idle. As soon as you rev it up, it runs like the choke's on. And no matter what I do, no matter what I adjust it, it'll run fine for a few seconds, and it'll run bad again. So I just gave up on it for now. I took the fuel pump off because I needed it for something else. I also found this air filter shroud off of another one. So this will now get a factory correct air filter like it's supposed to have. And then these mufflers, if you saw a few minutes ago in that 76, I had it had the original big muffler, so that'll be going on here. And then figure everything else out on it. So something big that might be happening at some point, which this would be awesome if it worked out, but there's no guarantees, is I want to start making out of fiberglass new dashes and new nose cones, which I know a lot of other people have wanted to make before. Pretty sure I can do the dash, basically take a factory one, stick it in some type of mold, and mold in the fiberglass and pull it out, and hopefully it looks like something. The front nose is going to be kind of complicated just because there's a lot of pieces on there. But the dash, I think that'd be pretty simple, because then I could have a nicer dash on this, I hope. But we'll see. They might be up for sale if they work out. I might make a bunch of them and sell some, but I'll let you know, guys, on progress on that. And then got the 71 Hydrotrack 14, 79 Roper 20T with the Onan. I'll show you in a little bit what's going on with these blue hydro fenders. 76 SS16 with the Onan. My cobbled together 74 SS16 turned into an SS18 because it's got an 18 engine in it. 77 16.6 single cylinder Tecumseh. My 18 twin hydro. 73 ST16. 73 ST12. Roper RT8. 73 ST10 with a older style custom 10XL hood and grill. The 14.6. Then the 66 custom 6. 69 Suburban 12. 68 Super 12 Special. This piece of metal here I'm going to cut up and make a bunch of hoods and side covers and a bunch of that stuff out of. It's like, I think it's like 18 or 20 gauge thick, I forget, but it's the same thickness as the hoods are supposed to be anyway. I don't know what that is, but anyway. 67 Suburban 10, and then Suburban 12, that's a 68. 66 12. And then I don't know, what is that? Oh, that's that cobbled together Hydrotrack 12, 69 Hydrotrack. Then underneath that cover there is a 70 Suburban 12. And then here's a 70 SS12 that I need to get restored. That'll be coming up soon. 69 SS12. Then there's 68 orange Hydrotrack that I made the whole frame of. 68 Super 12 stick shift, and then it's matching Buddy, the 68 Super 12 Hydro. 72 Suburban 15, 71 Suburban 14, 71 Suburban 12, on this little mini mower thing that actually runs, believe it or not. I had it running a couple months ago. This orange contraption is a 71 Suburban 12 that I need to do something with before too long because I'm tired of it. My 67 with 66 parts on it and painted blue with the electric motor and 24 volt batteries in it. This thing is actually pretty cool. I have a video, actually I did a video on it, but I never uploaded it. Made some wood, actually my dad made these for me, some wooden hood ornaments. So he took the factory one here and then made these wooden ones to match, which I mean, I think they did pretty good. He made a couple of them for me before and them turned out. Here's one right here, which I just paint them in silver paint and they turned out. So these blue parts that you've been seeing, and I've hinted about it before, is a 68 Super 12 Hydro. Just like that one, except it's going to be totally restored other than the engine. Which I'm not going to say much more about that other than what you're seeing, because that'll have a video of its own. Here's my Roper 18T. I believe this was a 79. Almost done, I think. There's a couple more left. So my 18.6, actually there's a pair of 18.6s in here. So this is the one I've had for a few years. I took a bunch of parts off of this because I don't really like it. As much as the paint and everything looks nice, it's kind of a piece of junk. And I put a bunch of parts on this one. This is the one that had no transmission, but it had a hood and grill and an engine. So I took the engine out to put in the other one, and then I took the hood and grill off of that one. This has a Predator 420 in it with electric start, working lights, the whole works. So this one here just needs tubes in the tires, the hitch plate painted, and the engine pulley, and that one's good to go. I even took the side cover off of that one that's like this, because I want to put that on the other one. And you'd almost have no idea that that side cover was repainted, because that blends perfectly in with the original paint, unlike that bright yellow engine shroud. But that was just going to stay pretty much the way it is. This one here I have no plans for, but it does run and drive even without a seat spring. In the corner over here is a bunch of V-twins. So there's this 35 horse, which has no chance of fitting in a Sears hood, but it does run. There's that 16 horse I was talking about. And then there's an 18 horse, which I thought about putting that 18 horse in that other 18.6 if the Onan isn't any good. Otherwise, it might end up in this one. Or maybe I have another chassis that I might be putting that in, and it'll be like a GT18 or SS18 or something like that. I'll just put a bunch of parts together. But anyway, that is it for this video. Just a quick update on a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry I kind of rushed along towards the end, but there's not much has really changed inside, so all of these pretty much are the same. Anyway, thanks for watching, and more stuff coming.